Hey, I'm Rob, and I used to be the GM of a trucking company, and I know that running your business can sometimes feel like this, but it doesn't have to. One of the great things about a TMS like Rocket is that it can streamline tasks like managing paperwork. This makes your business more efficient. So many customers, before making the switch to Rocket, are coming from Excel or from an on-premise system, and they ask me why should they make the switch. So let's talk about that today. So let's talk about Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. A lot of people use these because they're low cost, they're easy to use, very customizable, and it's still better than pen and paper. But the problem with Excel is that it's not going to scale with your business. As you add customers, as you add more business, as you add trucks and trailers, something is going to fall through the cracks. There's only so many spreadsheets that your staff can maintain in order to stay on top of what's been picked up, what's been delivered, what's loaded, what's empty, and this could have a costly consequence for your business. The other thing about using Excel TMS is that collaboration with your partners and customers is that much more difficult. Your team is going to be worrying about copying and pasting Excel spreadsheets into emails or answering phone calls when they could be doing other tasks that adds value to your business. So one of the other things about Excel TMS is that it can't store some of the information that you need. So for example, a signed proof of delivery or your driver's current available hours of service according to your ELD. That's the kind of information that you'll never be able to bring into Excel TMS. And if that's the case, it means your team is going to have to go and look for it in these other systems. That means wasted time and energy. Okay, let's talk about the on-premise TMS. These are the systems that have been around for a while, so they've added a lot of the bells and whistles that you might need. So with an on-premise system, you're gonna have to buy and maintain servers to run the software. Now, what if one of your teammates or staff has to access that software, have to access the TMS from outside the office? Now you have to add on the cost and maintenance of a VPN connection. All of these things add up and they distract you from your core business, running a trucking company, meeting customer expectations. The other reality about an on-premise system is that it's very expensive. Not only are you buying the servers and maintaining those servers, there's a huge upfront cost with on-premise systems. And don't fall into the trap of thinking that that's where the costs end. You will pay for maintenance on a regular basis, and if you need the next version, the upgrade, they're gonna charge you for that as well. The third thing about an on-premise TMS is that you're gonna have to think about security. That means making sure that your servers are protected from bad actors that might wanna hack your TMS and hold your business hostage, or simply the servers going down. One of the worst experiences I ever had was our servers catching on fire once, and the TMS went down, so we had to go back to pen and paper. It was nuts. It was one of the worst weeks of my life. So the fourth thing about on-premise systems is that it's not easy to integrate with them. And in this day and age, a trucking company needs to be able to integrate with their customer's ERP or with their ELD or their WMS. There's many different tools used to run a trucking company, and they need to be able to integrate with one another in order for your business to be efficient. If you are on an on-premise TMS, sure, you can integrate with those systems, but it's very costly, it will take a long time, and there's always the cost of maintaining those integrations, something that is probably not within your expertise. Okay, now let's talk about the Rocket TMS. The first thing you need to know is that it's a cloud-based system. That means you can access it from wherever you have an internet connection. You're not paying for servers, you're not having to worry about maintaining those servers. Anywhere that you have internet, you can access Rocket. The other thing about being cloud-based is that you don't have to worry about security and reliability. That's our responsibility. And when it is a time for an update, we deliver it to you seamlessly over the internet. So the third thing about a cloud-based TMS like Rocket is that your team is always going to be aligned, and that's because Rocket is the single source of truth. This means that we're able to bring in information from any of the other systems that your teams might be using, whether that's a shipper portal or a ELD that tracks drivers' hours of service or trailer tracking software. Rocket is the single source of truth for the information that your team needs to execute. So what about collaboration? You work with customers and you work with partners in order to get the job done. With Rocket, we come with features like the customer portal or partner portal that actually enable you and empower your partners to work more easily with you. This means fewer emails and phone calls about the status of orders or the location of proofs of delivery. You can all work together from the Rocket TMS portals. My favorite thing about the Rocket TMS is that it grows with you. So while Excel or an on-premise TMS may have got you through the last 5 years, Rocket's gonna get you through the next 5 years and beyond. That's thanks to our flexible architecture and pricing. So as your business grows, as the complexity of the business grows, and as your teams grow, you can be sure that Rocket's gonna keep up, but won't break your bank. So I hope I've highlighted the differences and limitations of Excel and on-premise TMS solutions. And I'd love the opportunity to show you how Rocket works and can streamline your business operations. Taking your trucking company from this to this. It's kind of fun. Now I'm getting dizzy.